Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh. I got first place at locals today playing Eldlich Numeron, and I'm going to show you the deck. It's not that I think this deck is exceptionally well positioned, it's mostly just the cards I had access to play for today. Something that is really cool about playing S0 right now is this card is really good against Virtual World because they have to commit to the board before starting any of their plays. So once they summon their first monster, you can activate this, and then they can't Gamma or Imperm this. I did have a Fluffle player hit me with Forbidden Chalice like 2 or 3 times. So maybe if you're playing those decks and you're worried about this card, Chalice might be better than those. But I also don't know how popular this deck is going to be moving on. I played 3 Wall, only 2 Golden Lord because you don't really want to open this one. I played relatively few hand traps. I played 3 Ash and 3 Gamma. If you saw my side deck earlier, I'm not main decking Imperms. Imperm doesn't do anything against Virtual World, which was the deck I was most afraid of. Played 3 Network and 2 Calling. Didn't draw the Calling once today. It was really good. Played 3 Memories of Hope. I usually side these out game 2 because this is less likely to resolve if you're going second. But drawing 4 cards is backbreaking and very few decks can beat it. I did play a Black Awakening. I just threw this deck together this morning and wasn't really thinking about the conflict of this with the Numeron engine. You probably shouldn't play this one because if you activate this, you're locked into zombies, so you can't do any of your Numeron plays. Or if you do any of your Numeron plays, you only get 1 extra summon, and then this just sits dead in your hand. This ended up being good today, but I would not play it in the future. 1 White Destiny. This one's fine because you can do it on your opponent's turn. 3 Eldland, the $20 super. I played 3 Cosmic Cyclone. This is really good against all the Eldlich decks. This is really good against Virtual World. And there's just a lot of back row decks. There's the Zodiac deck going around. So these were very strong. 1 Terraforming, gets the network. 1 Called By, good in the mirror, stops hand traps, and stops Virtual World and Zodiac from grabbing stuff back from the grave. Played 1 Droplet. I just had an extra slot and I wasn't sure what else to play. I'd probably play a second Droplet instead of the Black Awakening. 3 Haquero, 3 Conquistador, 3 Scarlet. I maxed out on all of these because this deck does not end the game very quickly, and I wanted to be able to outgrind my opponent, and I didn't want to be in a situation where I was only playing 2 Haquero and then just ran out of them. So that was the main deck. Other than the Black Awakening, it felt very solid. I don't think there's anything else I want to change with that. Played Gate Package. S0 played 2 of each gate. I'm not sure if this is necessary. I only summoned the first 4. Played the S0. Played Phoenix, Unicorn, used both of these once today, play around some back row. Access Code, never got to it. Pleiades, made this once. Zeus, never needed this, but you have a lot of Ixies, and so having access is pretty good. And then I played an Omega for the last card. I wanted something that would be decent against Dogmatica. I expected to see some of that, ended up not seeing any of that. So I wanted to be able to dump something to my graveyard. I didn't bring one today, so I couldn't have played it anyway. But after my first round, I realized that I wasn't playing a Mega Clops, and this deck definitely needs a Mega Clops. So this should probably have been the Mega Clops, or play an Intis or something like that for if you're afraid of Dogmatica. But Omega was not it.
Or it could be that extra Numeron if you didn't want to play the second number 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Side deck, 3 Imperm, 3 Judgment. This is for going second against the combo decks. If there's a Needle Fiber deck around, I don't know what the format's going to look like. Judgment for going first. 3 Lightning Storm. So I never come to locals without Lightning Storm because there's always someone at locals who's playing a trap deck, either Altergeist or like Gravekeepers, or just some, like, it's a locals, and I always want to be prepared for that. This ended up being fantastic against Sky Strikers today, so very glad I did that. Panker Tops, actually good card. 2 Nibiru and 3 Lancia again for Virtual World, which I was very afraid of today. Didn't see Lancia at all, and then saw Nibiru twice and ended up not activating it. But overall, the side deck probably can be tweaked once we get a better idea of what the format looks like. But for today, for locals, it was fine. That's about all I have. Thank you for watching.